Lower mortgage rates mean home buyers have a bit more room in their monthly budgets, but Denver realtors say it comes right as the housing market tends to go into summer vacation mode. Now, News real estate expert Lane Lyon joins us live this morning with what home buyers and sellers should know if they're still hoping to make a move. Lane is a managing broker and realtor at Coldwell Banker. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, so we just moved past the 4th of July. What typically happens in the housing market from here?
Well, July is a transition month, really, for real estate. If you think about it, we anticipate a seasonal slowdown because what people are doing this time of year. They're going on vacation, they've got summer plans, and we tend to see a little bit of a slowdown in the housing market. However, there are buyers out there who, I just said this earlier, are getting ready for school to start. It is the final countdown, but the reality is they want to be moved in, they want to be closed, they want to have all that done before school starts. So there is a little bit of urgency. We're seeing kind of both sides out there.
Don't you even say the back to school thing yet. I am not listening.
I hate to admit that, but it's happening.
Man,
yes.
Okay, so when we say that rates are down this week, down, still in the 6% range. So what kind of a difference is it making out there for home buyers?
Well, any direction downward is a good direction, and it can make a difference, particularly if you're a first-time home buyer and margins are thin. I brought you an example here. To give you an idea of a $500,000 loan, 30-year loan, we were at 6.75% a couple of months ago, Corey. Okay. Last week, we were at 6.43%. So if you look at the difference there with principal and interest, it is a savings of just over $100 a month. So we are not talking about huge numbers here, but it can make a difference if you're close, if you have an HOA, things like that. Certainly buyers are watching that and then going to the sellers and asking for some closing costs to buy them down from here.
Okay, affordability, of course, still an issue, particularly for first-time home buyers. Talk about other financing options that are available.
Well, I would say every time I hear from someone who says, I wonder how much I can afford, I say there are so many programs out there. First-time home buyer programs, down payment assistance programs. So don't be scared by the 6%. It doesn't have to stay there. For example, I would say by and large, I'm seeing a lot of 30-year fixed loans, even at the 6%, because buyers feel like they can control when they want to finance and when that's going to happen. Also seeing adjustable rate mortgages coming back into vogue, 5 years, 7 years. This is where you can go in at a little bit lower mortgage rate. And then between 5 or 7 years, you know your rate's going to adjust, but in theory, you can refinance before that time. So people who are kind of playing that game, maybe they're not going to stay as long, are going that route. Again, there are options.
I feel like if you're serious about getting into the housing market, there are ways to piecemeal anything so that you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
All right, so real quick, what are you seeing when it comes to sellers who may be spending more time on the market than they thought they would?
Yeah, this is a big thing for people who are on the market. It's taking longer to sell, and I would say be patient. Understand that those offers coming in may be lower, but the conversations I'm having right now is let's weigh that offer against the carrying cost of sitting on the market longer. Sometimes there's value in being done, so that's happening as well. All in all, the market's moving. It's just a little bit slower.
Okay, very interesting. Lane, as always, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.